Thank you so much for coming down here today. And both my Tea Party eloquent speakers, thank you very much. Audience and the guys behind me, thank you. I'm here to say to all our elected officials that you are officially put on watch. No more will you be above the law. What happens in Albany stays in Albany, no longer exists in this town. The voters and the electorate are outraged at the way you behave, both ethically, morally, and with our taxpayers' money. It's despicable. And with this latest incident by Vito Lopez and Sheldon Silver, I think this is the straw that broke the camel's back. You hear names like Kruger, Meeks, Malcolm Smith, Huntley, Espada, Montserrat, Rangel. I mean, the list goes on and on. All you have to do is read the paper every day, and you read about another local politician taking money, creating some kind of paper charity, and then bringing their stable of lovers, family members into business and start writing them checks for no-show jobs. Americans, these are our tax dollars. All you hear about within this state is what? We're going broke. There's $1 billion budget hole there. There's $1 billion budget hole over there. Listen, you know why? Think about it. It cost me $30 to go to New Jersey the other day because of tolls, just for tolls. That's obscene. I went to my neighboring state and it cost me $30 in tolls. And if you read the paper, they're just going to get higher. Along with our taxes, we're the highest tax state in the nation. Are we really getting the bang for our buck? I don't think so. And this latest incident with these two whales, you're talking about Sheldon Silver and Vito Lopez. These are two entrenched politicians that no longer feel they have to campaign or spend money because of their name recognition, because of the power they wield within their community. They mail it in. And you know what? They've been getting in term after term after term. We need to come together as voters, as activists, and say no more. How dare you treat staffers like this? Could you imagine if that was your daughter, who you just went into hock and debt to pay for college, and she's got that sparkle in her eye, and she nails her job working with one of the most powerful politicians in New York City. And the first couple of weeks, all her dreams are coming true. She's working hard, she's doing her job, she's learning, she's making connections, and that one day, by the file cabinet or by the water cooler, this predator comes over and puts his disgusting hands on her. And she doesn't know what to do. How shameful. And that just didn't happen one time. This is the time we caught them. How about the other times that we missed? You know, if we caught them, this is going on and on and on for years. And not only that, we have the predator and we have the enabler. This is a guy that takes our tax dollars to cover for this beast. Now, you know what's going to happen if we do nothing? It's going to get worse. Seriously, folks, we need to send a message to the people up here, or we need to send a message to the people out there. Because I'm going to tell you right now, every elected official reads the paper and studies this. And you know why? Because they're like children. They want to know how much they can get away with before they get spanked. If this was you or me, we'd be in jail. We'd be prosecuted. And these people are talking about the election. Vito Lopez is actually insulted that he got accused for such behavior. And what's he doing? He's thinking about running for city council. The arrogance is stunning. I can't even stand it. Could you imagine behaving like this in the private sector? Can you imagine being a private citizen and behaving like this? As I said, you would be in jail or at least prosecuted. Now we have this mock commission, JCOPE, made up of a bunch of individuals that were appointed by the same guys they're investigating. How legit do you think that investigation is going to be? You know, since 9/11, the way I look at this nation, the way I look at my family, the way I look at my fellow citizens, it's a whole new different perspective. And it just showed me how fragile our liberties and our freedoms are, and how they can be gone so quickly. You know, Ronald Reagan said, it only takes a generation to lose your freedom. I'm going to take it a step further. It only takes a moment, and they chip it away day by day by day. Please, folks in New York, voters in the 5 boroughs, we need to act out against what's going on right now. Our strongest weapon is our vote. You know about these districts these animals are running in. We need to help their opponents. We need to send a message to them. We need to send a message to all the people that support what they do. And we need to send a message to the newbies, the rookies who are coming in. Because you know they're giving a speech, right? Say, hey, just hang back. Don't say anything. You don't see any politicians coming out demanding these guys get out of office. Where's the outrage amongst the elected officials? Is it now okay and standard practice to be a sexual predator and to pay off the victims with taxpayer funds? Is that okay now? Is that how mad this world has become? Plus, we're the city's ATM machine. Anytime, they're not responsible for the money that they spend. We're treated just like a bank. Go to the bank of the middle class. Just punch the card in their mouth and rip the money out of their wallet. I think today the message is clear. Above the law, no more.
Above the law, no more.
Does anybody have any questions?
Any questions?
What efforts are being made?
Actually, this is probably the first concerted effort, and I'm hoping this grows. And I'm counting on you people, and I'm counting on the media to get this out there. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but about 3 years ago, I was on the outside of this gate with about a handful of other people, and we got together to form a group. It was called the Tea Party. Right?
Right.
That was only a handful of people. And right now you have the President of the United States, when he sees Tea Party, when he hears Tea Party, he gets a queasy feeling in his stomach.
Should.
All right? So it begins here. Let this be day one. How can you do it? In your own communities, in your own districts. You can make people aware. What I'm saying today, write about it, film it, get it out there into the grassroots media, call regular media. Say, you know, there's a movement going on. People are fed up. They're sick of elected officials behaving like frat boys. This is not that private club by which they can live out every sick, twisted fantasy at our expense and on our children. Hell no. That's what I say. Yes. I tell them right now to resign, both of them.
Resign, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Resign, and they should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
That's right.
I don't know why they're protected. Why aren't they being prosecuted right now? This mock investigation is nothing but a vaudevillian showpiece for the public. Doesn't mean anything. It's not going to go anywhere. The only time I find I get results is when I go to you people, the voters. Because we, even if you don't think so, we make things happen or not happen. And after moving the Khalid Sheikh Mohammed trials and stopping the Ground Zero Mosque and igniting the building to finally start down at Ground Zero, which is now on its way to topping out. It's those projects that elected officials had nothing to do with.
That's right.
Those were people movements. That's when we got together and we said, no, we're in charge. We're going to tell you what to do. And that's what we're going to do here. Yes. I suggest you do email, call their office, absolutely. But at the same time, call your friends, call your women's groups. Where are the women's groups? These women are being assaulted.
Yes.
Where are they? They should be protecting young staffers like this that just want to start their lives. And here they are at the mercy of this monster. Yes, sir.
Isn't there sexual harassment against men as well?
Pardon me?
Isn't there sexual harassment against men? What about male staff considered elected officials?
Absolutely. This is another topic that really doesn't get a lot of mainstream media. But there is a great deal of male sexual harassment existing within the New York legislature. Now, I don't want to come out publicly and speak about it, but I know people who've come to me in confidence to let me know what's going on. And this doesn't only happen with young women. This is happening with young men as well. And it's just as heinous and needs to be stopped. Anything else? Yes. Yes, both of them up for re-election. Sheldon Silver is running against a newbie, somebody who we happen to know who was a member of another local Tea Party 365. His name is Wave Chan. Now, I know Wave. He's a decent, moral guy. He's got some great ideas about the economy, but he's got some terrific insight regarding immigration. Some stuff that I've never heard before that sounded very interesting when I went to go hear him speak. Now, I can't speak for anyone else, but I myself support him.
He's not Sheldon Silver. He's not.
And he's not Sheldon Silver. I'd vote for this hat before I vote for Sheldon Silver. Now, Lopez, he's withdrawn from his committeeship, and he actually has the gall to say, because he's got a huge treasure chest full of taxpayer donations that he says he wants to use to run for council. So that one's right now probably going to take place next year. But I don't even want him in it. I want him out of here. Anybody else?
Well, speaking of that treasure, what happened to you trying to party?
That's a great question. What does happen to that money? What does happen to the money that Weiner had? Remember Anthony Weiner?
Yeah.
Our favorite Weiner? Our New York Weiner? Old Weiner with his little texting empire. Okay, you found out recently he can't find a job within the private sector.
Oh, geez.
I think that's a great testament to, government, the way it works. Here's a guy who's never been in the private sector and he cannot find a job because he's been in government the whole entire time. He's just biding his time. What happened to his money? He had hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think close to $1 million. What does happen to that money? I don't know. I'd like to find out. And I think that's a great question. Okay, well, folks, thank you so much for coming down. God bless you all.
Above the law, no more.
Above the law, no more. Above the law, no more. Above the law, no more.
Above the